Shalom Aleichem, sweetest friends. This year should be a special schus for the Foil Chaim Dov ben Risa Shoshana, for Shleima, Rav Mordechai David ben Leir, for Shleim, for Snefesh Saguf, David Henach Mordechai, ben Frida Simcha, for Snefesh, or for Saguf, Pesach Shachal Israel. And we're going to be continuing our series of Shiurim Namari Pachad Yitzchak of Rav Hutner. We're now in Maimer Yud. Chazal tells that at Simchas Beis Hashoeva, the tzaddikim would dance, and they would say, "Ashrei ziknuseinu, yalduseinu shlobisha ziknuseinu." Fortunate is our youth that didn't embarrass our old age; that even in our youth we were good. And others would dance the Bali Tshuva, "Ashrei ziknuseinu, shekipra yalduseinu." The fortunate is our old age, that it was mechaper on our youth. So we have to understand this lashon of Yaldus and Zikna. It doesn't say a lashon of Tzaddik Amar and Baal Tshuva. They talk about old age, youth. What's this dagesh? What's this emphasis on old age and youth? So first we have to learn the words of Agon Reb Chaim Volozhiner in the Sefer Nefesh HaChaim, that the lishma that one reaches at the end of one's learning is mitake in the earlier lo lishma. And what this means is that the Tikkun is shalo b'derech tshuva. It's not shayich to have charata on the shalo lishma in such an instance, because even now he would do shalo lishma. Like Chazal say, la'olam yasok adam etorah mitzvah shalo lishma, shemitoch shalo lishma ba lishma. You're supposed to start out shalo lishma. Not only that, if one was doing tshuva, and it's pashut that tshuva helps. Why shouldn't tshuva help? So it must be, it's even shalo b'derech ha-tshuva. The tikkun is shalo b'derech ha-tshuva. And the explanation is that just like there's certain things that be'achreach you have to have a michshol before the tikkun. First you have to have the stumbling and then the fixing. Like it says, ein adam omed al debrei Torah okay, nichshol be'em. First you have to be nichshol. So too in shalo lishma, like it says in Pesachim Samaches, Mei karak yavid ena shadaiti denavshei kavid. Originally, a person does for himself. That's the darkness, not for altruistic reasons. That's the darkness that precedes the light. That we learn from the bria of the world. That's the way things have to be. Kodem chashucha v'hader nahira. And the tikkun, in such an instance, is when the michshol brings to the tikkun. That's the tikkun. That it had to be preceded by this michshol, by this stumbling. And the makor is from what the Chachamim say about Avraham Avinu, that he was worried what's going to be with his earlier years, his first years, where he wasn't a proper person, he wasn't a proper Oved Hashem before he was Makir as Hashem. Al zen emar lecha tal yalduscha, pasuk in Tehillim Kuf Yud Gimel. To you is the dew of your youth, that he was promised, says in Bereshis Rabbah Parshas Lametes, his youth, that he was metake in his youth when he wasn't yet, he didn't yet recognize Hashem. There also it's not derech tshuva. We never find a tshuva and a gershon is gayer. He's doing tshuva on what he did when he was a goy. It's not b'derech tshuva. Rather, it's b'derech tikkun. He's metake now, and that was the mahalach. First he had to have the michshol, then the tikkun. This is the pathway that sometimes you have to go in life. First you mess up, like Avraham Avinu. He didn't recognize Hashem, and then he recognized Hashem. So that's called Maisa Yaldus. That's part of the Mahalach of Aliyah. It's like Yaldus, in general, is necessary. It's necessary to have youth before old age. So too, these michsholim, these stumblings, are natural before the tikkunim. So that's like the Havamina before the Maskana. So Miyasodos Ha'emunah is that La'asid Lavo, we're going to have sason v'simcha yasigu v'nos yagoin v'anocha. Pasuk in Yeshaya Lamed Hey Yud. That we're going to achieve this great joy and happiness, and we're going to be spared of the anguish and sadness. And all of the yagon and anocha, all of the sighing, all of the sadness of this world is going to be together hazoyrim b'dima, that you're planted with tears in contrast to the Berina Yiktzoru, the harvesting with joy. In other words, people are going to be able to understand, comprehend, that the Yogun and Anoch of this world were just a hechsher for the Simcha and the Sasan of L'Asid Lavo. It's the Mahalach we have in life a lot. See that we can only get to the Simcha and Sasan after the Yogun V'Anocha. But the truth of the matter is that because of this, the sublime nature and elevated nature of these matters, we haven't yet exhausted the full understanding of the Simcha Shel Asid. Because sof, as far in the world of Hechsher, we have not yet escaped from the Yagon V'Anocha. We want to be niflat midei matzav shel Yagon V'Anocha. So we need to come to the Tikkun HaKilkul Shenogea L'Maaseh Bereishis. That the earth didn't do what it was supposed to do. It was supposed to have Tama, Eitz, Ketama, Pri. The bark was supposed to taste like the fruit. And now our bark doesn't taste like the fruit. The bark of the tree doesn't taste like the fruit. Bereishis Rabbah, Parsha Hey, Rashi, Bereishis Aleph Yud Aleph. In other words, according to the mitzius of Atzmius Ritzono, what God really wanted, Kiviyachol, is that the means should taste like the end. And when you're doing something for the means, the bark should taste like the tree, meaning the means, the bark, should taste like the end, the tree, the fruit. And the taste buds, in their purity, have the ability, the capacity, to feel the sweetness in the hechsher as much as they do in the mataras in reaching the goal. So in the future, we're going to be mitaking the chulkulei bereishis. Tama eitz is going to be ketama pri, and we're going to taste the end in the means. Now we work for something; it's not good until we get it. In the future, the ends are going to be just as tasty. The means are going to be just as tasty as the end. In the Dimas Zriya, we're going to taste the Rinas HaKtsira. And since we know that the nature of Sukkos, Ayim Paraditzak Roshana Maimertes, is all about Lasid Lavo, that's the holiday Keneged Lasid Lavo, Ein Kana Makom Laharich. Therefore, Chazal tell us about the Esrog, that the Tama Eitz and Tama Pri are Shaveh, meaning that's the Tikkun of Lasid Lavo, that the bark and the tree are, then the fruit are going to taste the same, and that's what it says about the Esrog tree. And that's the special nobility that is rooted in the name Simchas Beis Hashoeva. Because what's She'iva? She'iva is a hechsher. She'iva is just taking out the water, drawing the water. Just a hechsher for the avodas hanisuch. And nevertheless, all the simcha of Nisuch HaMayim is called Shoeva. It's named after the hechsher. Because the simcha, like the simcha of Nisuch HaMayim, that the whole essence of Nisuch HaMayim is a tzi or simcha l'achros yom. It's a picture of the simcha at the end of days. It has to include this hidden light of Tama Eitz Ketama Pri, of the means tasting like the end. The drawing of the water tasting like the pouring of the water. The end. Otherwise we wouldn't have the simcha of achros hayomim. And based on this hidden light of Nisuch HaMayim, we call this simcha. After the hechsher, Simchas Beis Hashoeva, that the means are, it's all about the means. Because the means are just as chashiv as the end. The means are just as delicious as the end, just as sweet as the end. And that's the light of Lasid Lavo. So all of these mechsholim, their tikkun, is that they bring at the end to the Havana. Ein Adam Omer al Divrei Torah kein nichshel ba. But it's nachmer, it's nachtifer. It's not only that first you need the kishalon and then you come to the success. But the tikkun hashalem is when the tama eitz is going to be ketama pri. Because as long as this light isn't shining, the kilkul of the past is still there. You're right, it brought us to something better, but it's still a kilkul. Yes, it was a klishares, but it's still something that got messed up. So the Simchas Beis Hashoeva, which is the time where the light of Simchas Ha'asid, of Tama Eitz Ketama Pri is shining, that the means taste like the end, that's the Zman of Shleimus HaSimcha Shel HaTikun, of all these Mechsholim in the Maaseh Yaldus. Now it's to look back at the Maaseh Yaldus and to see in them how wonderful it was, how it was all part of the Tikkun. Not just that it was a necessary step, but to look back and to taste the sweetness of the Tikkun in the Michshol. That's the Maaseh Yaldus. And that's the Shira of the Yaldus. They're both singing in the Simchas Beis Hashoeva. Ashrei Ziknusenu, Shekipra Yaldusenu, Ashrei Ziknusenu, Yaldusenu, Shlo Biyasha Ziknusenu. Either way they're saying it, they're relating back to their youth. Because they're tasting the sweetness of their youth, whatever it was, for better or for worse. How this was all part of the Tikkun. And when you can see that, when you can see it as part and parcel of the Tikkun, and you can taste the sweetness, not just as a means to the end, but that the means were part of the end. They're as sweet as the end. Then you've made the Tikkun HaShalim. Be able to look back on all the Kishlonos and see how wonderful they were. And the means had to be, you needed those means to get you to the end. That a woman can look back on her birth pangs, say that was so kavaldik, oh, was that tasty. She knew that was bringing the child. And that's really all our kishlonos in this world. So it's big chizuk for those who've messed up in the past. You know that it's going to come a time we're going to taste the Tama Eitzes Ketama Pri. We have a halacha of Akiras Tzarech Hanocha. It's considered as if it was done at the same time, like we see in the third parak of Ksubas, first parak of Shabbos. Both Linyan Kimle B'derabimine and Esei Deichalois say that Akira is part of the Hanocha. That's part of the Tikkun of Tama Eitz Ketama Pri, that the mean is the same as the end, means is the same as the end. The Hechsher is Kagufa Matorah. That's also Pshat in the Pasuk. Amos Tes Yud Gimel. The Nigash Choresh B'koitze V'derech Hanovim B'Moshe Chazara. The guy planting is going to meet up with the guy harvesting, mamish at the same time. And the guy who's pressing the grapes with the person planting them. They're going to be so close together. That's part of the Tikkun of Achros HaYomim. So, Tifa Maimer, as always. And we have loads more to do, sweet friends. So we should be Zelcha Mitzvah Shem to do it, and to Lilmod L'Lamed Lishma V'Las L'Kaimis Kol Divrei Salmon Torah B'Yahava. Amen v'Amen. Shalom, shalom, sweetest and most beloved friends.